A College Truth Guide. Chapter 1. Colleges make money selling useless degrees. College Truth Essay 1. College in its current form is a fantasy land that perpetuates stupid ideas about life. If a college major does not lead to a practical job, I say get rid of it. Get rid of all those useless college majors. College was once a place for people to learn useful things, but it is now a capitalist industry even though they claim to be non-profit organizations. It should be a crime to offer a college degree or any diploma that does not lead to a real job. Every college, in its current form, is a massive con job as long as they keep offering degrees that have no practical value in the real world. Most young people are too naive to realize this until after they have gotten the useless degree or degrees and discover there are no jobs for this junk in the real world. They go to college with the naive good intentions of assuming the college is offering the major because there are jobs waiting at the other end. They don't realize that the college is a for-profit venture even though they claim they aren't. Colleges exist to make money. They don't care about the students once they get their money. If I had a kid who wanted to major in any of the so-called social sciences, I would tell him it's a massive fraud. The only thing anyone needs to know about life is I am who I am away from everything I was brainwashed by. Beyond that, I don't want any of your bullshit about human life. My own soul is good enough for me. The deal is that if any college suckers in lots of students to attend, regardless of the subject matter, they're in the money in most of the Anglo-Saxon countries because the liberal student loan system set up by the federal government makes it very easy for almost anyone to get a combination of student loans and some grants/bursaries, but that's the big secret right there that nobody talks about. Every college is wealthy precisely from the money they get from government student loans, but everybody is hush-hush about how useless 80% of those degrees are in the real world. Some wise people somewhere should get real. Start wiping out all those useless social science departments and courses and start teaching practical life and job courses at college. They don't give a flying crap about you after you get your master's degree in some useless garbage and there are no jobs worthy of 6 to 8 years of study. What could you have possibly studied in 6 years in that fraud called psychology that I can't tell you in 1 minute that you have a true nature? Know it and live by it. Screw the rest of the world with its bullshit. Now you're stuck with student loan debt. They'll defer it if you don't have a job, but that's deferral. The interest keeps piling up. You're stuck with it for life. Bankruptcy won't eliminate it. In the United States, they're now garnishing Social Security checks. That means that 40 years after someone got a student loan and didn't pay it back, someone went after that person to collect the money with all its combined interest. I was some videos on YouTube titled something like, "Is college worth it? The fraud of college." The most important thing in life is to find your true identity, then live by it. College is incidental to this. It might help you. It might not. A lot of people get a degree or several degrees then realize that they aren't interested in the career options. Some people prefer trades, to start a business or to be a freelance independent contractor. College is simply not the only path to figure out how to earn a decent living. As a young person, you will inevitably choose one of two paths. 1. Discover your true nature and live by it. 2. Get brainwashed to follow the artificial values of the world. If you don't follow your true nature, you will never be happy even though you might delude yourself into thinking you are because you become successful by society's standards which are artificial next to what's in your soul. College is fantasy land. There's no dress code. You don't spend that much time in classes. Your house can be dirty and it doesn't matter. You have ready-made friends to talk to, especially if you live with roommates. There are no kids or even a job to worry about. If you live close to the campus, everything you need is within a mile away. It's probably your best chance in life to meet a mate. The real world is considerably tougher than that. I'm warning you to go to college to get a hardcore practical degree that will net you a job, not some useless social science degree or degrees. The big secret no college administrator ever tells students is that just because they offer a major for any subject does not mean there's a job for it when you finish. They pump out way more law school graduates than the need for lawyers in society, but nobody from law school ever tells the students that because their job is to make money by selling formal education. Young people in general have a disease of being self-centered know-it-alls, but they have no experience with life in the real world to back it up, which is why I try to avoid young people, because I know they have all these big, idealistic, unrealistic ivory tower ideas. My point is, if you're going to college, don't ally yourself with all the naive pseudo-intellectuals there. College is not about the free flow of ideas. It's about listening to professors, regurgitating what they say to try to get the highest marks. Everybody thinks they're a genius in the privacy of their own minds, even the professors. They would rather that you absorb some of their genius ideas than write your own. It's all about pampering egos for the essay part of your marks. You can't do anything about objective tests, but you gotta hang around the front of the class and make sure the professor knows your name as one of his in-crowders. College Truth Essay 2. Study something real that leads to a real job, because you learn a real substantial skill, unlike much of the traditional liberal arts, social science, humanities college university curriculum, which is worth almost nothing in the real world of jobs, industry, money, and business. Don't buy into the BS of artsy-fartsy humanities, liberal arts, social science fields or majors. This is all fake knowledge created by vain people who pretend they know something more advanced about human life than the rest of us know. I know who I am, my true nature, my own purity given by the God that created me. I don't need the world's psychobabble BS to tell me anything beyond that. The purpose of life is to discover your true nature away from the brainwash of the world and have the guts to live by it. I say learn a real skill with objective knowledge, as with science, math, law, and medicine, so you end up with a license to do a useful job that people will pay for. Don't go to college and take some flaky major, then be so stupid to think that just because you are taking this major here at college, there must be a job waiting at the end of it. Colleges don't operate that way. Even though most are classified as non-profits, their purpose is to make money. Their product is courses. It doesn't matter how stupid and useless college courses are, if there is money to made, they will offer it. I personally think the entire social sciences fields are a fraud. If I had my way as an enlightened person who wants to help people, I would eliminate all the social sciences from college and offer one course called Enlightenment 101 about 4 simple things. My relationship with myself. My relationship with people in general. My relationship with romantic love. My relationship with a God. That's it. Everything beyond that should be practical, how to earn a living. Don't be stupid and naive. Get a real practical skill. Back in the day, if you got a graduate degree in almost anything, you could get a decent job. Companies and organizations hired people with social science degrees because they assumed they could think deep thoughts and express themselves clearly, but the mystique of a person with a graduate artsy-fartsy/liberal arts/humanities degree is gone in modern-day society. Nowadays it's all about having a real skill or an employer looking for workers with real skills. People are seeing past so-called academic knowledge because many are starting to figure out it's all bull. A degree in computer science or engineering represents real practical knowledge, but a degree in all the social sciences and classics is just hot air. Learn a real skill that has a job waiting at the end of it. College Truth Essay 3. College is not like it's portrayed in the movies. It's considerably more mundane and socially isolated. The real cool, creative, free-thinking people of the world don't go to college. They do their own thing. They intuitively know what they want and do it. They don't need college to be themselves. Most young college students are either aimless, trying to figure their lives out, or indoctrinated to pursue some profession they think is noble and glamorous, so college performs another agenda beyond just the academic life. It's a chance to discover what your true identity is away from your parents. Don't take on the identities of your brainwashed peers. Find your own identity. It's not like there's a big in crowd of people at college all united for the same cause, each with excessive amounts of exuberant school spirit. It's about a bunch of existential loners, mostly young people, each with their hopes, insecurities, dreams, and problems. If you want a social life, there are plenty of young people experimenting with booze, drugs, etc. But the problem with this is that many of these people get hooked on this party lifestyle because their parents aren't around to set them straight, so the end result is either low marks or dropping out until they get some personal discipline. A lot of parents can barely afford to send their kids to college, yet it's portrayed as this easygoing, fun venture on TV shows and in movies. I've seen the keg parties outside the swamp at the Gators football games, and I've seen the fraternities where they drink beer and smoke grass almost every night, but the bottom line is that college is serious business if you plan to get into a specific profession as opposed to getting some general liberal arts degree. There are flaky majors that don't lead to any job, and there are hardcore, practical majors with a real job at the end. Pick something that leads to a job, not the social sciences, music, or fitness and recreation. You'll be lucky if you find a media job with a journalism degree. My warning is, don't buy into peer pressure. You're there for your agendas, so don't follow other people who try to drown out their problems by distracting themselves. The biggest time waster is not TV. It's people hanging around, talking, doing nothing in particular. You're not missing anything. It's best to focus on living an active life. That's the reason I don't advise living in a dorm or anything bigger than a 2-bedroom apartment, because you'll have people there with nothing better to do but hang around wasting your time. We're all brainwashed in grade school that college is where all of society's winners go in high school, but it's not true. College can lead to a professional job, all of which get dull at some point in time. The real winners of life are people who do what they want and make money at it, so if you're not really interested in college, don't go just because you've been brainwashed to think this is the path to the American dream. College Truth Essay 4. It's not the degree. It's who you are and what you do on your own inspiration and initiative. The hype is incredible about college graduates making more money than people without degrees, but of all the wealthy people anywhere, most will say either 1. My college degrees didn't help much in my success. 2. I'm a college dropout. 3. I never went to college. You can go to college if you want a steady career where you work hard for a middle-class standard of living like teacher, nurse, doctor, pharmacist, lab tech, etc. But if you want to make big bucks, you need enough courage to think up ideas about something people need, then do it. College is nothing next to this. They should teach compulsory self-employment and inventing in either grade school or first-year university. Back in my day, college pretty well cost chump change. It was less than $1,000 a year. Nowadays, the tuition is $5,000 a year at my alma mater. Degrees in the soft social sciences including business are almost worthless. You need credentials in real skills like nursing, engineering, etc. Put an MBA beside a guy who has been running a business for several years and I would hire the guy with real experience over the college-educated guy, because business is not a science nor a real academic subject. It operates by the flow of where you're at. Academic degrees can't teach you intuition or how the real world operates. You can learn what MBAs learn in a book that covers the entire condensed MBA program. You can learn anything on your own without getting some piece of paper for it. The 3 best degrees are engineering, nursing, accounting. Many people with degrees are unemployed. At college age, I was brainwashed to think I needed college degrees, but then I realized that I have a true nature away from cultural brainwash and I must earn my living from doing something I like to do rather than some dull career you get with a couple of college degrees. Your life is your art form. Is it worth it to spend 30 years as a teacher or dentist if these jobs don't really turn you on? Have you ever met a happy dentist? I haven't. Chapter 2. Some people think a lot of college is fraud. College Truth, Professor College Doom. You can waste tons of money getting 1 or more college degrees, especially in that fraud called the social sciences, which is all fake knowledge. Does it get you a good job in the end? You don't have to believe me. Read the articles at renzi.com/datapages/profdoomdat.htm. In the end, most college professors don't add anything new to the progress of humanity, even though many think they do. They're just cogs in the business of the college. They can't write freely. Most of the stuff in the social sciences is a bunch of meaningless garbage that nobody cares about except for the brainwashed people in the field pretending to be smart. Naive college kids buy it. The vast majority of college professors in the humanities are bullshitters hooked on ego rather than soul. I think most of the humanistic psychology sociology junk about human life is useless because all that matters is that an individual knows their true nature and follows it. Everything else is meaningless junk from the world as far as contemplating life goes. It's a big game of phony knowledge in everything except for the hard sciences. I've seen so many people waste so much time doing the most meaningless studies that anyone with common sense already knew the answers to, like a woman who was studying whether a garbage dump had negative effects on the people who lived in the area. A few majors at college that are not social sciences or fine arts lead to real jobs like medicine, law, engineering, and computer science, but a lot of what they teach in college is useless, meaningless knowledge and doesn't amount to a rat's ass in the real world of industry, life, and business. What really matters in life? It's electricity, water, sewage, heat and air conditioning, telecommunications, oil, food, transportation and clothes. That's where the jobs are that are going to give you job security because they're real. Books about an academic career are at number 378.125023 at the library. Academic motivation / why people go to college. People go to college mostly because they want to get a good paying professional job. Some of these students are entirely extrinsically motivated, they're to get the degrees and credentials to put on their resumes without a real natural interest in the subject matter. They are ambitious to make money. Some students are there because they love to learn and are interested in a particular field, but they too want the degrees and jobs at the end of the line. Some people say they want to learn practical knowledge to develop life skills. Some people want to be Renaissance people, to learn new things, to be well-rounded people. Some people want an active social life. Some people want to play college sports. Some people want to prove to themselves that they can get college degrees. Some people go to college because they liked grade school, so they just keep on going to school. Some people want time after high school to try to figure out what to do with their lives, so college gives off the illusion that they're moving forward to their parents and others. Some people go because of parental expectations and society's expectations. College students are generally immature young adults trying to have fun besides taking classes, so most will do only what is necessary to get a decent mark. They won't show a great love and interest in the material. If students are criticized or get low marks, they lose interest in those courses. One way to increase student motivation is to offer mandatory credit courses for all new students in 1. Critical thinking, organize your mind. 2. Study methods, test-taking methods. ProfessorConfess.blogspot.com, 400+ articles about the fraud of college. They brainwash you from grade 1 about going to college but tell you nothing about the real world and the uselessness of most of those degrees in the real world. It's the big secret of colleges. Suck that money out of students by sucking it out of the government student loan programs. Then at the end, if you were one of those stupid ones who assumed there would be a job there simply because they offered that degree at college, you're screwed. They lie by omission by not telling you that this crap called liberal arts or the humanities is all someone else's bullshit. Enlightenment is when you say to yourself, I have my own true nature / essence / soul. Everything else is someone else's bullshit and they call it knowledge. SchoolsUCKsProject.com, free articles and podcasts about life as your own personal adventure away from the BS. SchoolsUCKsProject.com. Facebook.com/pages/school-of-the-end-of-public-education/1446397479999. Twitter.com/SchoolsUCKsShow. YouTube.com/user/SchoolsUCKsPodcast. Instagram.com/SchoolsUCKsProject. iTunes.apple.com/us/podcast/school-sucks-podcast-education/ID 326517856.